Welcome to the week ending the 17th of July. Being the 20th, there is still a few bits and pieces to come out, but in the main, you cannot go past what happened this week, and that's around inflation. And it's inflation globally, and therefore what it meant for bank policy. Clearly, the minutes on Tuesday were a huge driver around why we saw the Aussie and is currently trying to get through 80 cents. It also happened in Europe as well on Thursday night when you saw the ECB talking around the idea that there is some signs of normalization over there. I really want to concentrate on the actual minutes. That whole talk around normalization of monetary policy to 3.5%, that has been interpreted so many different ways, but clearly the market has taken it as a hawkish stance rather than anything else. And what I mean by that is that clearly the market is now suggesting that we could see 8 25 basis point rate rises sometime over the next period to get to that 3.5%. It's a big call, and the reason I say that is that inflation is also inside there, and inflation isn't at a level that would really see the RBA move at that kind of strength anytime soon. Remember, their number one mandate is to actually see trimmed mean, so not headline, trim mean inflation between 2 and 3%. It currently sits at 1.7, and next week we'll actually get some data out on that. So that needs to be your base case, so remember that in terms of where you look. So the Aussie moving to that upside is a real interesting thing, and it is on the back of the minutes. The other side of it, it is a US dollar story as well. And again, this week you saw a lot of news coming out of the US. Again, a lot of Fed speak. The one I really concentrate on is Lael Brainard. She is very, very dovish. And that also came out this week as well. And that's possibly why you saw more weakness in the US dollar. She clearly believes that inflation isn't going to be reached for them over there. And therefore their inflation mandate isn't there. That's a negative for the US dollar as well. So really interesting week. It meant we overlooked things like what was going on in the Chinese trade balance on Monday, which was very positive. We also overlooked pretty much the employment data because inside that, although it was fairly solid, wage growth, again, is still fairly flat. And that gets back to the original point that inflation still isn't there. So be aware, inflation is going to be probably the buzz term for at least the next 6 months. What it also means for your portfolio is quite interesting because in a low inflation world, you probably want exposure to growth. In reinflation world, you want exposure to value. And the US has been grappling with that. And here in Australia, it's starting to show signs as well. And it's certainly something to be watched. So very interesting week for the macro thematics, and certainly going to be another interesting next week as we get inflation. It will be something we'll discuss soon, and certainly something that we'll be watching for at least the next year as well.
InvestSMART now offers a life insurance comparison service. All you need to do is answer a few questions, select your cover, and compare the results. This quick and easy service provides quotes with up to 9 of Australia's leading insurance providers. You can compare the benefits of each insurer with our easy-to-use comparison feature. We have a team of qualified specialists who can answer any questions you have and make the application process as smooth as possible. Just visit our website or give us a call.